Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Look what just arrived, the Jean Noble TDM from Artisan Tarot. Now this is on Kickstarter right now. I'm working out the logistics, but I'm trying to get the William Rader, the person he's been on before. I'm trying to get him back on to discuss the new little bitty tarot that we have released in Kickstarter. So if you want to back it or whatever, you can ask him all the questions you want to ask, like what's going on with the size of the deck? It's smaller than the last one. So we have all of the obvious questions we're going to ask, when we get them on. So I'm working out the logistics coming on Sunday, hopefully. Let me see if I'm in focus because I had to refocus for that deck. Okay, I'm in focus. We should be good. Philippe, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Andrew, welcome. Lady Vegas, welcome back. DC, Diane, Camille, and who else? Bartman. Everybody, welcome to the stream. We got a reading we missed yesterday. I'm sorry, Serena. We missed your reading because I don't pay enough attention sometimes. But, that's me. I'm a little flighty. Y'all know this. Let's get a little bit of action over here. We want to get the next couple of months. I'm just saying, for General, I like to use my deck because I did draw it. I did do all the art behind my deck. So, I'm kind of stuck with it. I got it. I'm kind of stuck with it. By the way, Noel, welcome to the stream. I'm kind of stuck with you. Do have a jumper coming out. Interesting indeed. Renee, welcome. How you doing? All right. The conflict is over. Well, I kind of like that. That makes me feel good already. And I haven't even turned over the rest of the cards. The conflict is over. The fighting is over. Now, why is the fighting over, Mr. Tarot? Why is it? Oh, we worked it out. Okay. The conflict is over. We can take a path. We had some hesitation. Ooh, this is interesting read indeed. Okay. So let's go for it. Serena, again, I apologize for missing your reading. 5 of Wands, like I just said about 20 times. The conflict is over. There is not a lot that still needs to be hammered out. Not a lot that still needs to be worked out. A lot of the frustrations that we've had, a lot of the things that we've been working towards, maybe we haven't gotten. A lot of the stuff that we've just tried. We've been trying. A lot of times trying is half the battle because we don't really know what to do. But the conflict is done. And that's a good thing, right? Because I just said, why is the conflict over? The answer, we worked it out. We're able to work out any conflict that is out there. Miscommunications, maybe. Stuff that's going on where we don't quite understand what's happening, why it's happening. I think that becomes revealed because that's kind of cool. Now, why did all of this happen? Joan, welcome to the stream. Noel, thank you for your donation. Ramadana, welcome. Conflict being discontinued, conflict being not necessary. And that's an interesting point, too. Sometimes fighting isn't necessary. Sometimes things can work themselves out where we don't need to put a lot of effort into it. We almost say we have a teamwork situation where we're able to get some of that stuff done. LP, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I see you. Thank you so much. This is a teamwork situation. We're able to come together. We're able to work as a team. We're able to get through anything that is sort of pending. Now, why is all of this actionable? Why is all of this out there, right? Because of the Fool. The Fool is there ready to take the adventure, ready to go forward at full steam. I think it's almost that things have been delayed with going forward. We're not ready. We're not quite prepared. Maybe we're just not quite prepared to get going, and now we can. Now this gives us an open opportunity. Lets us see the light at the end of the tunnel indeed. And the Fool allows us to have that flexibility, to have that movement. Because a lot of times when we are in, a little bit of conflict, when we are in a situation where we can't sort of get out of it easily, it's just difficult to get moving and to get going because we have to deal with extra stuff. That's the way it goes. It is the way it goes. Now, don't expect much out of the situation. Don't expect a ton of things coming up. Don't expect a ton of new things coming up because it's a lot of old things rehashed, right? The Ace of Pentacles reversed. The gateway is sort of closed as far as new things are concerned. There are some new things we've been expecting expecting in the future, they can come later. But for right now, we're kind of stalled on that. Is it to deal with this? Maybe. Maybe to deal with this in the next couple of months. But the next couple of months looks kind of interesting. It looks like things are getting better, a little more teamwork, a little more focused, a little more flexibility on how we're going to do things, and the ability to get moving and to get motivated and get going, because that is important to everybody indeed. So hopefully that made sense. Serena, again, sorry about skipping you over there. Samantha, welcome to the stream. Joan, welcome. Cindy is new. Cindy, welcome. How you doing? Cindy, have you seen my tarot tower, Cindy? Cindy, have you seen the tarot tower? Cindy, the tarot tower camera is broken. I did something. I messed it up. Cindy, thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate that. You're new and you're donating already. Look at you. All right. Tower cam, tower 2. Is that it? Cindy, I'm trying to show you the tower. Okay. Look, Cindy, if you haven't been here before, this is my tarot tower, Cindy. 80 decks of tarot cards. 80 decks of tarot cards awaiting my use. And over here is 80 more. Cindy, that's 160 decks of cards waiting to be used on the tarot stream. That is the fun part. That is the exciting part. See, that makes it, you don't see that every day, Cindy. You just don't see that every day. Let's give it up for the tarot tower. All right, now we have to go to the tarot tower. After all of that hype, we have to go to the tarot tower because we got Noelle out there. Noelle's like, what's going on with the mother-in-law, the father-in-law? Are they going to get back together? Is this too damaged? Is this too screwed? What happened? How are we going to fix this? We're going to go to the tarot tower, Cindy, and we are going to grab a deck of cards. Cindy, what do you want to use? What do you think I should be using? Should I be using this one? The one with the tarot oracle on the name of the deck, Cindy? What do you think? Look, it's got my name, Tarot Oracle. This is from Ciro Marchetti. Ciro Marchetti made this, and I paid a little bit extra to have my name on it because, if anybody steals it, now I know where it is because, if you see anybody else using this deck and I report it lost or stolen, then you know who took it because it's got my name, Power the P. I thank you for hanging out and your donation. I appreciate that. Samantha, thank you for your donation as well. Noelle, can we get back together? Is the love in the air still? Can we get the love out there? Because we need more love in there. Cindy, you know what I'm saying? Cindy, you're new. Do you know what I'm saying? We need more love. Power of the P, thank you for your donation. We need more love. That's the heart of hearts, by the way. We need more love. We need more affection around here. Crystals and Paint, it's been a minute. Thank you for coming back. Welcome. How you doing? All right. Now, Noelle, getting back together is going to be kind of difficult. And I think you already knew this coming in. That's why you're asking the question. The Ten of Swords is not a good card. It's just not a good fancy card for people getting back together, people working it out. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it's difficult to work it out. And in this case, it is difficult indeed. The 7 says we've tried before. It's not new territory is what I'm saying. Carol, welcome to the stream. JB, Joan, I got your donation. You are in the, no, never mind. It's LP donated. It's one of those nights. It's one of those nights where I need to pay attention. I need to see, I'm all excited. I need to slow down, pay attention. Anyway, the 7, this is something that we've tried before. This is not new. We've tried to get together before. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. We're trying to get together before. We've tried to make this work. And we forced it to work. I think that was the big key here, Noelle. We forced it to work. We tried to make it work, and we did make it work, but it wasn't, it wasn't exactly in the best mode. It really wasn't. Rebirth and reincarnation. This is something I can do. We can get back together. We can get the love balloons. Linda, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us. Samantha, thank you for the donation. But, at the end of the day, that really didn't work as well as it could. It feels like the home structure has collapsed. It really does, because we're on the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is not a good card for somebody who's been married. Somebody who has been together for a long time. The 4 is not good. That's like rebuilding a home, building a home from scratch. We got 4 wands up there. We got the chuppa looking thing going on. It feels like this is a temporary home, temporary site, which after the rebirth reincarnation is not a good thing. that feels like we can't get a 10 of wands, 10 of cups, good, healthy, happy family, happy home. Normally this is a good card, but the beginning feel of that, the 7 being the newbie feel where we're just not getting everything in, and the 10, the permanent disconnection being the first card, showing its face, showing the emphasis. I say that this is going to be very, very difficult, and ain't nobody got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for it. I mean, too much damage has been done. We're going with that. We're going with that tonight because, I mean, you know, that's kind of a rough start. For the first read, that's kind of a rough start, but I got to tell you what I see. I mean, I just don't see a Lover's card. I just don't see a 2 of Cups. I don't see a 10 of Cups, a 10 of Pentacles. I don't see a 6 of Pentacles. I don't even see a 6 of Cups. It's dry up in here. It's dry. It's like the Sahara Desert up in here. Do you see me in a love relationship in the next few months? Cindy, I hope you get a good love relationship in the next few months. Just because we love you, you're coming in here, you're new, you're donating, you're all excited. Look at you.
I love you.
Let's go to the Tarot Tower once more, and let's get Cindy a good deck. She wants something with a moon on it. Oh, the Deviant Moon. Cindy, the Deviant Moon. We can do the Deviant Moon for you, Cindy. The Deviant Moon Tarot. I mean, with 160 decks to choose from. Pie Lover, welcome. Thank you for your donation. Pie Lover. I mean, you know, pie or cake. You got to make the choice. You have to make the choice. That's critical. And Pie Lover has made the choice, has made that choice. Now, Cindy, we got the Deviant Moon Tarot. This is old school. Normally, I go for some of the newer decks because they're fancy. You know, Moon Honey, thank you for your donation. But tonight, we're respecting your wishes. We're getting a Deviant Moon up in here. Now, this is not the only one with moons in it. Obviously, we have a lot of tarot decks to choose from, a lot of which have moons in it. I mean, we have one with a star tarot, but star version 2 even. But let's go for this for you, just for you. Now, love relationship is going to be focused here. Okay. 8 of Swords, kind of awkward as the first card, but I'm going to roll with it. Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the connection that you kind of need here, right? A little more love. Now, next few months, you do have an opportunity. I think you do have an opportunity indeed. That's going to be important. All right. The reason I say it is because of the last card. Spoiler alert. I mean, this thing is full of spoilers over here, right? Bruce Willis is actually dead in the Sixth Sense. You know, Darth Vader is Luke's father. Well, a lot of spoilers, right? I mean, she gets pregnant in the second book of Outlander. What I'm saying is, the 6 of Swords says we have a travel to go. We are traveling with somebody. This is something that starts off slow and then gets moving. It gets flowing. This is something that needs a little bit of boot. Needs a little bit of boot to get going once you get it. Now, 8 says we haven't been in anything in love that we haven't really liked lately. You know, sometimes you get stuck. You get stuck. A Gemini, Queen of Swords. See, that's what you need. Queen of Swords right here next to the travel. You got a lot of swords up in here. It is about communication. It is about air. It is about getting some information, talking to people, getting the communication out there. Because I think you do have some good communication coming in from an individual who, you know, I think you can fall in love with, quite frankly. 8 of Swords says you haven't been happy so far. I think the choices that have been presented to you are kind of lame, you know, that is kind of lame. But yeah, the choices being presented to you aren't exactly the best. Now, Page of Wands into the Queen of Swords. This is something where we're able to get some new action, some new motivation, some new things going. And I think that's going to be the important part because within that context, we meet somebody that's decent. Need I say it's going to be an air sign, Cindy? I mean, go look at all these freaking swords. You know it's going to be air sign the minute I put all of this down, right? Pie Lover, thank you for your donation. But I mean, you have an air sign coming towards you, and they are going to be interesting indeed. Now, it's going to start out kind of slow, kind of disconnected. Page of Wands. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to do with this context or what to do with this contact, what to do with this particular individual. But I think that we solely and individually sort of fall in love with them as time goes on. If we keep talking to them, it's kind of somebody interesting we want to interact with. The 6 is a long, slow roll, right? Traditionally, the 6 is going to be a dude pushing a boat with a stick. Cindy, you can't go anywhere quickly with a stick and a boat. Joan, thank you for your other donation. Thank you for your first donation. You can't go anywhere quickly pushing a boat with a stick. So it does take time, a little bit of a slow roll, but I think you have an air sign coming next few months indeed. I think you have an opportunity there. But again, it's going to be something that's just kind of more of a talk at first. And then it rolls into something bigger and better. Of course, power of the P. How shall I respond with my energy with him tonight? Let's find out if we can get some energy going because, more energy is better energy. Joan and a blah. Thank you for your donations. All right, we're going to keep on with the deviant moon. We're just going to throw it down over here, get it going, get all this stuff happening. How shall I recover my energy with him tonight? Is this going to be something that I'm going to use up all of my energy? I think this is a very emotional night for you. I think this is a very emotional night for you. I think you should respond with your emotions. I don't think you should dip into that logic. I don't think you should find things that are going to be, decent, okay, or what have you. This is going to be something where you need to respond with your emotions. You have to respond with your emotions. So logically, ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Let the emotions flow. Let the feelings flow because this is something that's going to be emotional for you. The emotional context, the emotional connection, all of this is going to be important. It is going to be important indeed. So I think if you focus on it, if you get that, Sean, whoa, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. But if you focus on the emotional aspect, the emotional communication, you get that, you know what I'm saying? Don't do cursory high-level communication. Get down in the mud immediately. Power of the P. Immediately get down in the mud. That's going to be one of the biggest factors tonight, is what I'm saying. Just get down in the mud. Get down with it and make it happen. I think that's going to be important. Anyway, crystals and bait. Should I quit my new job or go back to my old job? That sounds like a throwdown. But now, what? Before we get excited.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Before we get excited, I know you don't like the thought. And you know that is my default deck for a throwdown, but we're going to change it up. Serena, I have gotten your donation your donation from yesterday. I apologized and I put you first. You're first up in there. You are first indeed. So rewind to the very beginning. All right, anyway, should I quit my new job or go back to my old job? This is quitting. It's not really a throwdown, but we're going to treat it as such. All right. Basically, what if I quit? What if I stay? All right. What are the big things about quitting, moving to the old job? Wow, that is going to be a pay cut. It feels like that's going to be a big pay cut, right? Quitting, leaving, exiting feels like it's going to be a bit of a cut. This is something with a new job just makes you better money, right? Makes you better money, makes you a better opportunity. It feels like we're going from great to poor. Leaving brings you from great to poor or nice to not so nice. Leaving doesn't look good. Leaving doesn't look good, okay? Now, what if I stay? What's going to happen with that? You're already feeling it. You're already feeling it. You're going to leave. Not now. It's pretty clear. Leaving now is not advantageous for you at all. It's obvious that you're going to leave. It's obvious that you're not happy. It's obvious that you're not content. We miss some of the people at our old job. We have some fascinating, awesome things that we liked back there that we just lost, that we're not connected to anymore. And if we were, it seemed to solve all the problems. Reality is no. Reality is you do need a change, whether that be a change of pace, a change of what you're doing at the new job, maybe a change into a different job or something like that. But you definitely do need a change. Overall, you feel like you're not making the success, you're not making the patterns, you're not making the big impact at the new job that you wanted to make. Give it more time. Can you leave? Yes. Will you leave now? No. Now's a bad time to leave. Now's a bad time to leave, basically is what it's saying. So that would be a no. Getting way overworked. Indeed. Love Apples, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right. What do we got going on next? We got Samantha. Her current feelings towards me. What is going on with all of that? Current feelings towards me. And then we got, do you see me working for TTEC? Let's find out. Let's go for that. Let's go back to the Tarot Tower and let's get something interesting. We're going to use my deck feelings. Oh, we can use this. We can use this. It's the Vox Arcana, by the way. You know, the Vox Arcana is one of those. The Vox Arcana is one of those where it just makes everybody happy. When I put it down, I'm just saying now, put it down. Okay. Anyway, her current feelings towards me. Do we have any good feelings, bad feelings, indifferent feelings? Queen of Cups, Death, and the Magician. This is something that they're mixed feelings for you. Absolutely mixed feelings for you. I think they feel still connected. They still feel these emotions. They still feel this passion. They still feel sort of this connection that is always kind of going to be there. Queen of Cups. It's an emotional decision. This is an emotional connection. Noel, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. But the Queen of Cups is an emotional context for them. Death. They don't like you as is. They want to change you. You've known that from the beginning, that they want to change you, and they feel like they can. They feel like that they work for you. If they work at it, if they really struggle, they can change you for the better. But the reality is, Samantha, you're good as is. You don't need changing, right? And this is something where they're just not content with how you are now, and they're going to have to deal with it because you ain't changing. Ain't nobody got time to change. Magician. They think they have a little bit of control, a little bit of power over you. They're very emotional. You know, that's sort of their feelings towards you right now. There you go. There you go. Everybody, you know, everybody wants to change you. Nobody's happy with you as is. I don't know why that is. YouTube user, maybe you can tell me, but you got a question instead. Will I get a manager position by the end of the year? Manager position by the end of the year. Let's find out if you can get that. We can get that going on, man. We're going to use tonight, the Golden Wheel Tarot, right? Joe, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We got all sorts of new people up in here tonight. We got new people. We got Cindy is new. Say hello to Cindy, everybody. Cindy, Cindy, if you got time, you know what I really appreciate, all of that. I'd appreciate a like and a sub. Hit that. I'm a YouTuber, Cindy. You know I'm going to beg for the like and the sub. You knew that coming in. Not a shock, but a like and sub, it lets me know that I don't stink. As long as I know that I don't stink, I keep coming back. I come back every day. Well, I take an occasional day off. I do take the occasional day off. I have to admit that. By the way, did you know I got the Jean Noble Tarot deck? Now, this is a little bitty TDM. It is from Artisan Tarot. We're going to get the author of the deck on Sunday. I'm working out the logistics. Sunday, we're going to have the author on. He's going to tell us all about this tarot deck. It's on Kickstarter right now. I got an early copy. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. There's a lot of cool stuff that I got. I got a lot of cool stuff, my friends. Y'all are about to see. This channel is just going to blow up is what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, manager position this year, getting it done. Devil, King of Wands, Page of Cups. I'm going to say it's very challenged to get a manager position right now. I think that place is extremely competitive. You got the King of Wands over here with this fiery aspect just sort of blazing through. The fiery aspect of the King of Wands says there's a lot of movement, a lot of fire, a lot of active things happening right now. And this is one of those moments where you are going to have to compete a little more than you should. Realistically, you shouldn't have to compete this bad, but you got to compete. It's competitive out there. Page of Cups, it does say it's very difficult to get that done. This year looks very difficult. It looks like a lot of people really putting forth their best foot. They're trying to get it done. And the devil says not a lot of people are on your side, unfortunately, for this. It's going to be a little competitive. It's going to be very difficult to get in. Very difficult to get in indeed. I'm leaning towards no. I'm leaning towards no this year, but this year's a long time. I think if you step up, I think we can change it. I think if you step up, if you put the competitive effort out there, you can get it indeed, because a year is a long time. That is an insane amount of time, and I think that you can get it being competitive enough, but that's just me, though. Do you see me working for TTEC? I have no idea what TTEC is. I don't want to look it up because that's probably too much info. Anyway, do you see me working for this company? Let's find out. Let's go forth and throw down a little more of the beautiful tarot that we have here, the golden tarot. Now, man, I was so hesitant to buy this deck. I really was, because I was thinking that it's a little too oversaturated. It didn't look good in the pictures on Amazon, but then I got it and I was pretty good. I was very good. Anyway, do you see me working on this at this date? Magician says yes. 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords says no. Can the Magician overcome this? Holy moly, that's a lot. That is like Game of Thrones level battle. That's like, who's the big dude in Game of Thrones? That's like Samantha. I didn't skip you. It's still in the queue, Samantha. I swear, it's still in the queue. It's still there. It is still there. You are behind Pie Lover and Moon Honey. Anyway, you know, the Magician. You have the skills to pay the bills. In other words, you can work there. It is quite possible indeed. It is quite possible indeed. But this is something that I don't think so. I really don't think so. The 3 of Swords, the disappointment in there, embedded in there, and the 5 of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. Say no. Say no. It doesn't look like TTEC is on the schedule for February 1st. It doesn't look like that. It looks very difficult. Very difficult. Ugh, that looks rough. You're qualified. But as far as the tarot goes, the Lord of Defeat says, yeah, getting in there is kind of rough. Anyway, we got Pie Lover, and then we got, well, let's pull up the queue. Let's pull up the queue. We'll show everybody the queue. We got Samantha, YouTube use Samantha. We got Pie Lover, Moon Honey, and then we got Samantha in here. The queue here is different than the queue that I get. Basically, everybody donated so quickly that it kind of messed it up a little bit. Star Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Anyway, we can skip to Samantha's. We'll skip to Samantha since my thing is broken. My little program I wrote is broken, apparently. It's not putting things in proper order. Anyway, did Alyssa get the text that did they get and read the text that I sent yesterday? Let's go to the Tarot Tower and figure out what kind of things we can get into with this. Oh, what are we missing over here? Oh, we need to put this back. We have to put things back in order. Now, the text is going to be revealed by everybody's favorite deck right now, which is going to be the Curious Creatures Tarot. If you don't have this one, what are you doing in your life? You need this. You need to pick this up immediately. Immediately. You can't delay. You can't wait. But, you know, there it goes. Anyway, Alyssa, did they get the text? Did they read the text? Maybe. How do they feel about the text? Let's find out. The Curious Creatures. I'm curious indeed. 4 Wands, 9 Pentacles, and the Hermit. They got it. We do have the Hermit being a successful landing of a travel, right? The successful landing. Crystal Heart, I did get it. You will be after this reading. You'll be after this reading. Crystal Heart, thank you very much for your PayPal donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right. I think that they did get it, right? Hermit. One of my things that I put in my book is the successful landing, the successful conclusion, the successful arrival of something. Meaning basically, right? Hello to you, Mina. Meaning basically, yes, they did receive it. They did receive it. Hermit. 9 of Pentacles, it was successful there. 4 of Wands, it landed home. Yeah, I think they did get it. We're going to go with a thumbs up on this. I'm just going to go simple yes, no question. I'm going to overread it because that's me. Just say yes, they did get it indeed. Christina, welcome to the stream. All right, and we're going to hop over to the double pie. You know, you can't have one pie. You need 2 pies. So it's cheesecake. Is that cake or a pie? I mean, you know, is that cake or a pie? We need, okay, Pie Lover. We need a food deck for you. Unfortunately, we don't have one. We have the Tasty Tarot. Can we read with the Tasty Tarot? Is that possible? Is that possible? Do we have enough cards? All right. I think we can. We're going to, all right. No, we don't have enough cards. We don't have enough cards. Let's go with Go with a little Buddha instead. Go with a little Buddha instead. You know, the little Buddha is going to make my day, a little Buddha. By the way, in case you're like, what the hell is a tasty tarot? This is my tarot deck that I made. It's my tarot deck that I made. You have Strength card. You have the Fool. Have a little bit of Eight of Pentacles, a Two of Wands. You got a Five of Swords. I made this deck and I put it on Kickstarter and nobody backed it. So now I have to put it back on Kickstarter and pray that somebody will back it. So I'm just saying, when you see this on Kickstarter, sometime this year, back it, you know, support the stream. Back my deck of the Tasty Tarot. I mean, I have a lot of cards. That is a lot of cards for just a prototype tarot deck, you know. Anyway, all right, back to the reads. GK, thank you for your donation. Okay, Pie Lover. Who has been thinking about me other than me? Let's find out who has been thinking about you and who has been watching your Instagram. Then we're going to do Crystal Heart is going to be next. All right, let's see. Who has been thinking about me? Page of Wands, somebody you just met. Somebody you just met really likes you. I think that they think you're interesting. I don't think it's a crush. It's more of like a fascination with you. They want to talk to you. They're interested. They kind of have it out where they're like, you know, what's going on with the pie? Because I like cake, but they can talk me into pie because what the hell is a cheesecake? It's in between. GK, thank you for your other donation. But, I mean, there is somebody you just met, the Page of Wands. The Three of Cups is cool, too. The Three of Cups, it's almost like that this person is interested in something, you know, maybe a little bit deeper than a cursory glance at you. Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family. I think they got maybe a little bit of a crush on you. Maybe a little bit of a crush on you. I mean, you know, I like to crush on pie. Well, that sounds terrible. I like to crush on pies. That's, you know, it's one of those days. It's, you know, it's this stream is nothing but innuendos. All right, we got Crystal Heart. Crystal wants to know. All right, what new love is coming my way? Let's find out. New love for me in 2022. In 2022. And most of all, when is said new love going to be here? Now, we need to get the Modern Love Tarot in here for any new love reads, but that's the way it is. And, you know, I think somebody's got a little bit of a crush on you. Just a pie lover, I'm just saying. Because you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. If cheesecake, is that a pie or is that a cake? All right. I mean, what about like, never mind. All right. You know, I'm not going to say smash pies. That, you know, it's one of those. This is just stream. If you're new to this stream, it is nothing but innuendos throughout the entire stream. It really is, especially when RR comes in here and wants to know about their relationship with D. You know what I mean? All right, that is it. Love apples, love apples. I'm glad you are feeling better. I'm glad you're feeling better. I put some focus in yesterday, trying to get you to feel better. Hopefully. Hopefully you do feel better. Hopefully you do feel better because you need to feel better. BB, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. BB, let me know what your question is. Now, new love in 2022 and when? You know, 2022 is kind of weird as far as love is concerned. Page of Swords into the Five of Cups. It seems that we have a couple of things that do have some possibilities. We have a couple of things that we're chasing. I think basically we have a couple of online connections that you make that look like they're going to be a little bit possible, that look like they can develop into something a little bit better. But those two, and I think it's two actually, don't work out as well as you had hoped. Page of Swords into the Five of Cups. I'm making connections online. I'm focusing my effort there. And a lot of times I'm just not making the grades that I need. The people are just either fake. They're not exactly what I wanted. We're having difficulty getting into that. Now, later in the year, November-ish, I think we make a connection that makes the grade. It really does make it very nice. And I think this is an earth sign. You got the Queen of Pentacles. I'm in love with an earth sign. I have something. Now, this is something where you're way more invested than they are. Absolutely way more invested than they are. But they do warm up. They do get on your side, and it becomes something that's quite nice and quite fun indeed. King of Wands. King of Wands. I think this person is able to pick up, run with, and make it. And I think you have a pretty decent relationship with that. Again, we're looking at November, the new love there. Now, let's sort of elucidate a little bit on these two waste of time. This is people that you meet online. I think you meet everybody online, quite frankly. These are people that you meet online. The first two don't work out. The first one is too good to be true, and if it's too good to be true, sometimes it is too good to be true. Second one seems interested, but then they just seem to be so unreliable that you give up. Okay, little hints there, pretty specific with that. Brooklyn, I see your question. Thank you so much for your donation. You are a few away. All right. Anyway, who's been watching my Instagram? Could it be the same person that is in love? Well, not in love. Same person that has a little bit of a crush. Who is staring at the Instagram? I don't know if they have like Facebook features where you can actually see who's been looking at you on Instagram. I don't know if Instagram does that. I don't know. Seven of Wands, the Fool, and the Four of Swords. Lachey, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. You know, this is somebody different. Somebody who's angry at you. Somebody who's mad at you. Somebody's a little bit upset at you right now. Pie lover. I don't know if they're a cake fan. I'm not going to speculate. It's not what I do on the channel. But I want you to know that this is very serious, that this is somebody who is a little bit upset at you. They're not exactly content, happy with everything that has been going on. They're not happy with everything that has been going on. Seven of Wands, a little bit on the defensive side. The Fool, somebody you do know about. And the Four of Swords are not exactly going to make themselves known. They just aren't. So they're kind of looking at you. They're kind of seeing where you're doing, where you're going, what kind of activities you're doing, what kind of things. They're just not content, not happy. The way it goes sometimes, you can't make everybody happy in life. You just can't. It's not something that you can do. But I can make everybody happy by pulling out. No, not pulling that out. Pulling out instead the Shadowland Tarot for the next read, because the next read is Moon Honey. Moon Honey wants to know, how's he feeling? Is he feeling all right? Are you feeling, in the words of Pink Floyd, are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? That's a lot of guitars, you know? Wow, look at that tub. If anybody old in chat that knows what the hell I'm referring to. Okay, Moon Honey, how is he feeling? Is he feeling all right? Is he feeling okay? Is he doing decent? Is he having some bad days? The World, he's all right. Three of Swords has better. Five of Cups. Surgery? Sorry. No, maybe surgery? Maybe surgery? I don't know. The Three of Swords and the Five of Cups, if, it feels like that everything is not going well. And they're dealing with it okay, though. And not something that maybe they're on Lexapro. Lexapro is a hell of a drug. Maybe they're on Lexapro to where they're just feeling it. They're just like, I'm going to be okay. I think it's going to be just fine. Not going to be something that's going to be hitting me pretty hard. The Three of Swords, they didn't get what they wanted. They have a little bit of a disappointment. Five of Cups next to that, right? A break in something. Maybe I didn't get a goal. Maybe somebody broke up with me. Maybe I'm not getting a connection. I'm not getting contact from somebody I've been looking forward to talking to. A lot of things have been disconnected, and they're upset about the disconnection. Overall, the World says they're doing all right. They're handling it okay. They're dealing with it. Not going to be a big problem. Seven of Cups says their thoughts are everywhere, man. Moon Honey, their thoughts are everywhere. Everywhere. They have so many stray thoughts. They need to look up meditation at this point, right? Meditation at this point. YouTube user 111. Thank you, YouTube user, for the bunch of ones. I appreciate that. Samantha. Okay, we already did that one. Pie Lover, we did that one. Joan, you're finally up. Oh, now we got Joan and Jennifer. By the way, you hit the wrong button on PayPal. You requested money from me. I'm going to decline, Jennifer. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you $333. Hit decline. Anyway, yeah, you said you hit the wrong button. It happens. It happens. I canceled this request. All right, Jennifer, I'd love to give you $3.33, but okay, request canceled. There you go. All right. Anyway, Joan, like a general read from the Blueberry Muffin deck. Blueberry Muffin. Yeah, now it has a rep. This deck, I'm going to write the author and tell her you said that. I'm going to write the author and tell her you said that. But the Blueberry Muffin deck, now it has a reputation. Now it has a rep. You know what I mean? They drank the calm and relaxed tea. I mean, I'm just saying that's a hell of a tea. That's calm and relaxed. Okay, if you can't tell from the stream, I'm anything but calm and relaxed. Okay, I'm anything but calm and relaxed. But that's why I need the tea. You know, that's why I need the tea. The tea is important. There's some good teas out there. Calm and relaxed tea gets me calm and relaxed. And I got a sleepy time tea that I take too. And I take a little lavender supplement in the morning. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm enhancing my calm, John Spartan. As anybody old that got that reference too? Is there anybody getting my references? Is what I'm saying. A lot of inside jokes. You need to be watching Pink Floyd's movie, and you need to be watching Demolition Man to understand the stuff. Okay, we're like a general from the Blueberry Muffin deck. It's got a rep. The general says the Hermit into the Eight of Wands. It's time to not be alone anymore. It's time to not be alone anymore. It's time to get out. It's time to get out of the situation. I think you're stuck into something where you feel alone. You feel like you're the only one dealing with it. You feel like the only one that's able to cope, able to sort of get with that, right? And the Hermit says you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. Jennifer, thank you for not requesting money. I appreciate it. Jennifer, let me know what your question is. I appreciate that. Let's see. Money received. There you go. All right. The Hermit and the Eight of Wands. It's time to get out of the funk, because there is a level of thing that's holding you back right now. Any Hermit next to the Eight of Wands. Hermit means 10,000 things because tarot. In this particular case, I think we're looking at Hermit into the Eight of Wands, into the Empress, and the Ten of Cups. You're looking at this gap, the Hermit making a leap into the Empress. Now, you do have two majors separated by the Eight of Wands, leaping from one thing into the next. And Joan, I think this looks at basically relationship, a connection, and all the things going on. Samantha, welcome. How you doing? Let's see. Was that Samantha you that just donated? I don't know. CS, was that you? Let me know. Anyway, you're making a leap from one to the next. Now, this is the Virgo. And it's time to release a lot of concerns, a lot of worry. It's time to release a lot of things that you've been hanging on to, basically, you know? And that is, I mean, you could be alone, indeed. It's time to get out of it. It's time to escape. It's time to make the launch or make the leap. Because the Empress says there are places that you're going to be that are going to be better suited for you. Places you're going to be more comfortable. Places that you're going to be happier, that you're just going to be more content after dealing with this. Should you deal with it? Absolutely. Is it something that you are alone with? Maybe, but you do need to make the leap into basically an escape or into a situation where you can get some help with it. Ten of Cups says everything's going to work out. I wouldn't be too concerned with it. Ten of Cups is a good final card. It says everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be focused, and we're going to have a happy ending, happy home, happy family in the context. I like it overall. It's sort of interesting. We're going from an 8 to a 10 too with the 2. There are important decisions that need to be made. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my videos, you know? Watch my videos. An 8 and a 10, the difference of 2. In other words, 2 is choices, 2 is decisions, 2 is making some decisions that need to be made. And the Empresses were pretty comfortable making those because we're in a point of power from this. And it's going to be able to be something that we can do. Samantha and Julie, thank you for your donations. I appreciate that. Worry about the situation every day. That's a consequence of the 2. What's the Q, you ask? The Q looks like this. We got Samantha down here, and we just did Joan. Now we're doing Blah, M, Sean, Noel, and we're going to go down the line. The Q is visible tonight. That's the important part. We love a Q where we can see the end of it. Anyway, Blah's next. What are wise intentions? Because why not? All right. Okay, the Blueberry Muffin deck is gone. We're going to instead get this deck right here, which is everybody's favorite. I got to say, the Tarot of the Divine. You know, Tarot of the Divine. Tarot of the Divine. I hate making decisions. You gotta sometimes. You gotta just buckle up Put the seatbelt on and make the decisions. Make it happen. And then we're going to launch. Speaking of making decisions, we're going to launch into PayPal. CS, I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are after the other 2 PayPal. We got 3 PayPals. We're going to knock them out after this read. Thank you for PayPal donations. I greatly appreciate that. And by the way, when you make a PayPal donation, your name doesn't appear up here because privacy. Because you don't want your real name up here, I promise you. There's plenty of people that have been pissed when I implemented that feature. All right. What are wise intentions? Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Hierophant. A little too serious, a little too heavy for your comfort, is what I'm saying. Big Cleo, it's been a hot minute. How are you doing? Good to see you. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups. Something that's dwindling, something that's temporary, something that's not going to be there permanently, very clearly. Samantha, thank you for your other donation. And a little bit too serious for your tastes. Just saying. That's what the intentions are. A little bit of a loss of interest, a little bit of a disinterest. It's almost like they don't care what your feelings are. I'm sorry. It's almost like they don't care what your feelings are. I would be careful with this individual. Okay, I'd be careful with this individual right now. That it just seems like pretty clear. So yeah, if you wonder what their intentions are because you're like, should I be careful? I think so. Big Cleo, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Look at this. We got Brooklyn. Brooklyn wants to know something. They want to know. Question should be, what should be my next move towards Antonio? If any, oh, thank you. Well, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Dr. Mystical's up in the house. What's going on, Dr. Mystical? Good to see you. Yeah, Dr. Mystical's up in here. We got famous people up in here. We got Dr. Mystical. Dr. Mystical, we need to do a new collab. Maybe just do some readings this time. You know what I mean? Dr. Mystical, I got the Artisan Tarot, the Jean Noblet deck. I got it early. It's on Kickstarter right now, released on Kickstarter today. And this is the deck. I got it as a preview deck, and we are going to break this open, do a review of this tomorrow. We're going to get William, the author of the deck. He's going to be on here Sunday afternoon. So you get to ask him all the cool questions about this. He's going to explain why this is so much smaller than the other one, what's the difference is. Because a lot of times you're shopping for decks, you're like, which one should I get? I think that's my big question for him. Like, I'm new to TDM, right? I'm somebody that's new to TDM, and I just want to get one deck. Which one should I choose? Anyway, Brooklyn, what should the next move towards Antonio, if any? I think you should make a strong move to Antonio. I think Antonio, Pie Lover, and Dr. Mystical, thank you for your generous donations with being a member. I appreciate that. Ace of Cups, all right. Vanessa, thank you for your donation. Knight of Wands into the Hierophant. The Knight of Wands into the Hierophant is very important because you're looking at a pretty fiery start to this card. Knight of Wands says there are a lot of activities, a lot of interest, a lot of things happening in the background that you want to get a hold of, that you want to intake, right? The next move should be a very strong move. It's what I'm saying. Very strong move. I wouldn't play around, because the problem is if you got the Ace of Cups, I think this is almost like a temporary situation that you need to take advantage of it, thus the need to move fairly quickly on it, or the need to move fairly strongly on it. The Knight of Wands doesn't really play around. This is not like, oh, a Page of Wands, or, you know, maybe a Seven of Cups or something. This is a strong move. Hierophant as well says the need to make the intentions, need to make the connection clear. Absolutely, because Ace of Cups says this is going to be around for a limited time. You know, not like a limited time only kind of thing, you know, not like a cheesy commercial for a bed or something. This is more of a cheesy tarot reader. Yeah, but this is something that you do need to take action on. Jennifer has a question, I assume. JM, I don't know. I don't see. JM, what is your question? Let me know what your question is. Maybe JM is here under a different name. Okay, here we go. All right, Jennifer here. New love in 2022. Rock Hound. Ooh, that sounds like a good song. Rock Hound. I like it. Rock Hound. Rock Hound. You know, in memory of Dr. Mystical being here, we're going to use the tarot of the Dr. Mystical moments. The Dr. Mystical moment tarot is going to be what we're doing. Now, if you didn't notice, this one reversed itself. Jennifer, why did this reverse itself in your reading? New love in 2022. Why did this one reverse itself? What is it trying to tell me? It's trying to tell me maybe there's too much moisture in here. The card warped. No. Jennifer, no. No, Rockhound, no, that's not it. It's trying to tell me that this needs to be reversed for some particular reason. Now, we have the High Priestess, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. And now we have a reversed Magician. This is a little bit of an incompetence that we're coming across. You're running into people that just aren't ready for a relationship, that just aren't ready for some love. You're bumping into people that just ain't there, that just ain't committed, that just aren't interested in the way that needs to be interested to form a good connection. Clearly, High Priestess says too, you're getting lied to. You're getting lied to. That's the problem. That's one of the big problems here as well when we're getting into connections. Now, new love is possible, Page of Swords. A new connection is coming, quite frankly, I think it is in May. Okay, I think it is in May. Page of Swords, we get a connection from basically a earth sign. Queen of Pentacles. This is something that does have some substance to it. It is a little bit of a good connection. It does have some meat to it, but it's hard to get a hold of and get it steady, right? Get it steady and get it finished. Basically, yeah, I think you're looking at May. You're looking at, a bit of a problem. Until then, you are running into some limits with that. CS, you are still in the queue. I did not forget you, I promise. But now we have M. Sean. M. Sean, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. Is David W. holding back his feelings because of the professional situation or other readings? Let's find out what is going on with that. With a little bit of the Tarot of Oppositions. Tarot of Oppositions is going to be nice. I like it. I think it's going to be okay. CS, I did not forget you. I promise. I promise. We got another couple of reads we got to do before we get to you. All right. They're holding back because of the situation or some other reason. We need to find out whether or not fully committed, whether or not going all in with that. Oh, Three of Wands. They're not done looking. We clearly have that. They're still searching. They're still seeking. Okay. I'm just saying. David looks like, okay, I don't mean to talk bad. My name's Dave. I don't mean to talk bad. I just don't mean to talk bad. TZ, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate that. I don't mean to talk bad, but I think David has a little bit of a unicorn syndrome. It's one of those where they think that everything should be like this and like that, and they're going to hold out for that. Right? They're going to hold out for that. The little bit of the unicorn syndrome with that. King of Swords and the Magician being reversed. Two reverse Magicians and two reads. Weird. Okay, we can roll with it. Dr. Mystical, what's your opinion? Two reverse readings with two reverse Magicians? That's so weird. All right. A little bit of a unicorn syndrome. That's fine. They are a bit hesitant about commitment as well. There is something where they just don't want to make any big commitments. They have a little bit of a commitment fear. I think maybe because of something in the past, but more of the unicorn syndrome, quite frankly. I'm sorry. A Queen of Cups. I think your emotional connection with this individual is strong. I really do. Okay? I think that it is tight, it is good, it is strong, and it is upfront and working quite well. The emotions are there. There's no question the emotions are there. But just getting things to the next level is just difficult. King of Swords, it feels like sometimes they're just hard lined. It feels like sometimes you just can't get the communication that you want. You can't get them to tell the truth. You can't get them to tell everything that's going on. And a reverse Magician too. A lot of David's issue is incompetence. They really don't know what to do sometimes. They're really not sure. They're doubting themselves. You know what I mean? They're doubting themselves sometimes. That's the way it is. That is the way that it is. Anyway, so there it is. There is the situation. Professional situation doesn't really ring in here. I got no pentacles at all. I don't really have anything that would make a professional situation get in the way. This is more about feelings. This is more about a unicorn syndrome. This is more about level of incompetence about what to do and how to do it. And the emotions are there, though. So I wouldn't quite give up on it. I would have some patience, and I think that's going to do you good in the long run. Should I deep dive into Vedic astrology this year? Beginning signs pushing to it. There's a little voice. Oh, man. Astrology is pretty nice. That's going to put you back a few dollars. Astrology is going to put you back a few bucks. That's for sure. It's not going to waste any time. See, it tried to reverse itself. Noel, you saw that. It's trying to reverse itself, but it's just not happening. Okay, YouTube user, I see your donation now that I know who you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're in the queue. We got CS and TZ in the PayPal queue. We're going to hop into that after two more of the Super Chat reads. Devil reversed? Okay. All right. You've been meaning to get into it for a while. Who you fooling, Noel? Come on. Give it up. Who you fooling? You've been meaning to get into it for a while. This is something, it has been a voice in the back of your head. Not now, but in the past too. You've been looking at this from a distance. And I think that the Five of Cups reverse said it's time. This was a little bit of too much. I think astrology is a little bit too big of a bite to chew. Okay? You need to get into it slow. You got a baby on the way, is what I'm saying. You need to get into it slow. You need to get into it progressively. You need to get into it gradually. The Five of Cups. Let's not dive into it all at once, right? We are going to have a little bit of a disappointment. The world reverse says there's way, way, way too much to absorb in this. So you want to streamline it. You want to find your favorite YouTuber that does this, and you want to learn from them. And when they say something you want to pick up and you want to learn, you want to go get that book. I think if you got all the books, it's going to be way too much. Way too much. The Four of Swords. Do it today. Don't wait. You know what I mean? Don't wait. The YouTuber that I'm thinking of, I'm going to link them, actually. I'm going to drag the stream out even longer than I should. I'm sorry. If you're waiting, I'm sorry. But I want to give the best readings that I can. And in order to do that, I need to show you the channel that I'm talking about. And this is the channel right here. Let me put it in chat. Anyway, here's the channel that you should go to right here. I watch this guy all the time. He does Vedic astrology, and he does it very well. He explains it very well. Start today. I'm saying Four of Swords being reversed. Don't wait, don't delay, and start right now. That is going to be important. Start right now. That's going to be where it's at. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. What is this deck? It is a tarot of oppositions. All right. Then we got Star Tarot, and then we're going to hop over to PayPal. We're going to get CS. We're going to get YouTube user knocked out. Not going to be a problem. And if we already did J. Okay. Will I get an offer this week? Okay. I don't know what they're offering, but hopefully they're offering something decent. Let's go forth and get the action-packed deck that everybody loves. The Thoth, because the Thoth, may not have the best news in the world, but it's got accurate news. It's got good news, is what I'm saying. Good news. Yeah, Noel, that is the best YouTube channel to learn Vedic astrology on the internet. So focus on him. Get started right now. Noel, you go ahead and just disconnect from the stream. Go ahead and leave. Just go ahead and bail and start watching right now. That Four of Swords reversed. Don't wait. Don't wait. All right. Let's see. We'll be getting the offer this week. Let's find out if we can get an offer. If we can't get an offer. Oh, that is interesting. That is interesting indeed. It might help if you can see the card. Reward for work and the movement, the action. I'm going to say yes. Oh, man. There's some negotiation to do. I think that's clear. There is some negotiation. You are gonna have to negotiate whatever's being offered. You're gonna have to negotiate it out because there's something else going on. There's a barren wasteland behind her. And I'm focused on this because it feels like that is that is indeed something you're going to have to deal with. There are some things being progressively difficult about getting into this. The motion is out. The motion is there. We do have sort of this feeling of, hey, something that I can do, something that I can accomplish, definitely with that, right? You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a RAM action in there, focused on that money, the RAM, getting the excitement in there. Carolina, thank you for your donation. But there's a barren wasteland. You're going to have to sort of deal with that. Looking at that, we're having to deal with that. And we're back with 2 Rams, almost like we have an Aries feel somewhere in here. Almost like somebody is an Aries with the offer. We have an Aries offer, basically, in that. This is the reward for work. And in traditional tarot, this is the 3 of Pentacles. It is the new job, the new position, the new opportunity. Coming together as a team. Teamwork is going to be important. And this is the teamwork card, as you know, because your name has tarot in it. I assume you know this is the teamwork card where we're getting specifications and we're trading things, right? We're also offering a piece of paper. I think that is interesting indeed. And the final one, swiftness. The movement implied by swiftness, the movement that is taking place, that is taking hold in the swiftness card, the air, the kite, as I call it, is going to be important as well. The offer, the movement, everything looks good. I'm going to say thumbs up for this particular offer. Indeed. So yeah, whatever you're being offered, I think you get it offered, if that makes sense. Now off to PayPal we go. We got 2 PayPal donations, my friends. The first one is CS. CS wants to know, buy my first home. Will I have the finances to get me some home, right? CS, home cash. Can I get the fat cash that I need this year? Home cash in 2022. That is going to be important because we do need some fat cash to buy a home because they expensive right now. If I'm going to get fat cash, I'm going to buy a home. Animal tarot, we can do that. Orion's animal tarot. Aries is the ram. Indeed, it is the ram indeed. And yeah, you got a ram, then you got another ram right next to it. That's a weird read. Definitely an Aries involved in this connection. Anyway, can I get some cash? Can I get focused on making this happen in 2022? Queen of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and Death. Yes, but not the home you're looking at. I think you get enough cash to get a home. That's clear. Let me make this very clear. I think you get enough cash to get a home, but not the one you're looking at. Going to be a little bit different. The Death card, the changes, the modifications that need to happen to make this content. 3 of Pentacles, just as we saw with the Star Tarot's read, is good. It is having the cash, the opportunity. Starlight Star Bright, the first $2 donation to, no, the first donation to, yeah, I don't know. Starlight Star Bright, thank you for your donation. 3 of Pentacles talks about getting the cash, getting it together. It is a slow roll. It is getting the connection. Queen of Wands says we're capable. It's not something that's outside of your reality. Absolutely, you can get that done, right? You can get that done. So I'm going to say yes, but not the home that you want. It's going to be a little bit different with that Death card. Samantha, no problem at all. Samantha, you are like up here. It's a busy night tonight, Samantha. Sorry, you're mixed in here. We have a few donations before yours. Let me get you an exact number. 1, 2, let's see. We got 5. We got 5. Samantha, you're 5 away. All right. I think it's possible. All right. Keep my name hidden, please. YouTube user. Worried about my future in the current company. Any advice as to what to do with a manager position this year? I'm so stressed. Let's find out what we can do with this manager position. You're so stressed. We can tell. You do have some questions about it. That's interesting. 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Basically, worried about my future and my current company. Advice on what to do to get a manager position. Just be the best that you you can be. I mean, the Three of Wands basically says that looking elsewhere is going to do you a lot of good. Looking elsewhere is going to do you good. I don't think this is something that's going to be easy. And we already saw the level of competitiveness. We already saw sort of, where that is at. Three of Wands, it says looking somewhere else may be your best option. Queen of Wands, if this is going to be important to you. Seven of Cups says there are more than one position. I think that is, well, we got to change this. YouTube user. Okay. Manager. Okay. There's a level of, there's different manager spots that you can take. Bottom line, there's different manager spots that you can take. There are different opportunities that you can take advantage of. And I think that you may want to do that. That could be sort of looking elsewhere, right? Maybe we're doing a different manager position or something like that. Yeah. A plot to overthrow the current manager. I think it's more of a keep your eyes and ears open for alternate positions is what I'm saying. That looks like where we're kind of at with that read. Anyway, enough PayPal. We're done with PayPal. I think we're caught up. Now, Samantha's still 5 away. We got GK double shot. How does the Virgo man view me? From the back. No, that's bad. No, how does the Virgo man view me? I don't know. I'm a Virgo man. I view you as a YouTube user. No. All right. Let's go to here. Let's get the Wizard's Tarot. One of my favorite. Dr. Mystical finally got his copy of the Wizard's Tarot. Oh, we got a jumper. The Death card. We got a jumping Death card. That's interesting. Okay. How does the Virgo view me? You need some tweaks. You're not good as is, apparently, the Death card. The Death card is a nice connection to this particular deck, though. This is one of the things where this is the reason you have tarot cards and not playing cards, because you have that extra bonus. The extra bonus here is the Death card being a couple, being a good connection, being a fiery connection, too. I can do that. I mean, you want fire? I can do fire. I can do a fiery connection just like he can. You are talking about the Death card being a fiery connection. I think that's how they see you. They see you as a little bit of a drama, maybe a little bit of a drama, maybe a little bit of an action type of person. Wheel of Fortune says they can see you being around. They like you being around. They appreciate you being around, right? And the Nine of Cups, they appreciate your emotional input. You have some good emotions. You bring good things. And I think they enjoy that and they like that a lot. So that's kind of how they view you. I think they're pretty content, pretty happy with you overall. I like it. I like it indeed, A fiery connection. Are you bringing in drama? Are you bringing in a little bit of spice, GK? You can tell me. GK, you can tell me. You can fess up. GK, are you in chat, GK? GK, did you leave? GK, I hope you didn't leave because I'm asking you questions and shit. GK, Star Tarot, thank you for the other donation. I'm just saying, GK, are you a little bit of a spicy one? Let me know. I'm a Virgo man. I can take it. I'm a Virgo man. I can take it too. What are the Virgo man's current feelings for me? All right, didn't we just do that? What do we got? How does a Virgo man view me? No, we didn't do it. How do the how do the Virgo? Okay, the feelings for me. King of Wands, they like you. Eight of Pentacles, they don't see anything long term with you. There's definitely something where they're just not long term. Page of Wands, they don't think that you know where you want to go. You change your mind a lot. You have that mode where you're just changing your mind, or you're focused on something different, or you're not exactly in the room sometimes with them, right? Page of Wands being reversed. They need you to be more on point, need you to be more on focus, need you to have some goals or kind of where you need to be, right? But they like you. They like you. The King of Wands is something where I, kind of want to adopt you. I kind of want to be there. I kind of want to be there with you. And, I see you around as a day-to-day, somebody who I can see being around day-to-day. Lachey, speaking of day-to-day, Lachey, me and Kay reconciled. What are her feelings? Oh my, Lachey's making some good progress with this reconciliation. I like it. I like it. If we're going to have some good feelings, we're going to use the other deck. We're going to use the happy deck. Dr. Mystical, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, is there another move coming and where? Well, maybe. I see another move for you. We haven't even gotten there. Haven't even gotten Effie. We still live. No, Effie, this is a recording. Effie, this is a recording. No, we're not live in it. This is a recording. We recorded this yesterday. Effie, Effie, we recorded this yesterday. Anyway, let's find out what's going on. Let's see. We reconciled her feelings. All right. Let's see about that. Let's see. Where's the thing in the queue? We got Larry next. All right. Reconcile. What are her feelings? Ace of Cups. They feel like we got to start over. This is one of those, right? Where we have to start over. We have to. There's no choice at this point. I think a lot of the things that we had before ain't working. It ain't functioning. Ace of Cups says we need to start from the beginning, right? We do have a yes. They're glad that we restarted. I'm glad that we restarted. This is okay. This is something I'm pretty excited about, right? Three of Wands into the Two of Cups. They've been thinking about reconciliation for a while, Lachey. That is it. They've been considering reconciliation for a while. They didn't know. Two of Cups, let's reconcile. Let's do it. Let's go forth. Lachey, this is a beautiful situation for you. It really is. This is somebody who's excited about it. They were thinking about it. They've been wanting it. And maybe a little bit. I mean, I don't think they told you, but they've been wanting it a little bit. Jasmine, thank you for your donation. I think it's just going to be good. If you're looking for how's this going to go, it's going to go great. This is going to go great. I think it's looking very, very good. Now, we're finally up to Samantha. How did Larry, Curly, or Mo feel about me contacting them about about Curly? All right. How did Larry feel about me contacting him about Curly? Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see if Larry, Curly, we're going to use the Poe for this because Curly, if I had a Three Stooges deck, I would use that, but I don't have a Three Stooges deck. I just don't. I just don't. But let me find out if, how did Larry feel about me contacting him about Curly? Curly, speaking of bringing in the spice, Curly brings in a lot of the spice. You know what I mean? A pie in the face. We got Pie Lover in chat. I mean, the Three Stooges is all about a pie in the face. Oh, man. Yeah, that sounds kind of bad, actually. Yeah, Okay. How does Larry feel? Ten of Pentacles, Devil, Page of Wands. They knew it had to be done, but they're not happy. They're not happy. If you're looking for them to be happy, excited, if you're looking for them to be on your side, they're like, yay, that's not going to happen. They're not too excited about it. Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, they knew it was coming. They're not, they're not exactly as content about it. Quite frankly, if they could escape the situation, they would. So if Larry could escape Curly, they would, absolutely. You have a Page of Wands. You have a little bit of an escapism. They're not quite prepared to get all of that, but, they're going to have to deal with it because I think Larry's needed to get some. Okay, that sounds bad too. What are the Three Stooges? What the Effie? Are you being serious right now? Are you, Effie? Are you being serious right now? What are the Three Stooges? All right. I'm not. I think I'm emotionally distressed right now. Effie, you need to go and look up the Three Stooges on YouTube. I mean, hang on, we're gonna have to pause the stream again. Let's pause the stream and let's get Effie a link to the Three Stooges. All right. I'm not even sure what to do. I'm like kind of emotionally distraught right now that you don't know. All right. Let's go. Oh, we're going to copy. All right. Now I have a, that's probably bad. Anyway, the Three Stooges, full episodes. The Three Stooges, Beer Barrel, Polecats. All right. Well, I don't know. Some of these are kind of sketch. You search it on YouTube. Search it on YouTube and Google. All right. Anyway, where were we? We have Samantha's other read. What did Chris think about me contacting his dad? Let's find out. I don't watch TV. At a minimum, you need to watch it on YouTube. Like at a minimum. And not as everybody is old. I'm aware of that. But it's just like, who's Led Zeppelin? Or, who's Pink Floyd? Or something. Yeah, I would have the same emotional reaction. If somebody said, who's Pink Floyd or something, I would still be upset. I would be emotionally distressed, right? I'd need to go get the calming tea, is what I'm saying. I'd need to go get the calming tea and make a cup on stream. If somebody said, who's Pink Floyd? I'm not going to lie. Anyway, Samantha, what does Chris think about me contacting his dad? Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. They're okay with it. They're like, whatever. I don't think that they are too invested in this to care. Right? I don't think they're too invested in it. Knight of Swords, do what you need to do. That's fine. Right? The Six of Pentacles, the contact needs to be made. It needs to be thrown out. But that is okay. And Nine of Wands, they're not really gonna react. So I think it's just sort of a non-reaction. You know what I mean? Just a non-reaction to that. I know everybody's not as old as me. All right. Anyway, all right, Julie, what is Emma thinking about me today? They're thinking that you were glad that you came to the Tarot Oracle show. Everybody's happy that you came to the Tarot Oracle show. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to use my new favorite deck. Now, Effie knows Pink Floyd. See, life is now complete. Hooray! Effie knows Pink Floyd. I feel good. All right. Effie. We didn't watch TV. That's okay. That's all right. Anyway, we're going to use the Little Wizards Tarot about this and find out what's going there. Samantha, thank you for your donation. We're going to use the Little Wizards Tarot to find out about M. What are they thinking about me today? Why don't you contact me? It feels like, why don't you contact me? Right? That's the thing. The Knight of Pentacles. I need some connection. I need some things there. The contact we made last wasn't the contact that we needed. Wasn't the contact that we needed, right? It wasn't the contact that I wanted for sure. The Tower says, let everything fall down. That's fine. We need to make a connection. It feels like that M needs to make a connection, but that's okay. That's all right. The Tower. The connection may not go well. It may not. That is the truth. It may not go well, but we need to make the connection. By the way, we're ending soon. We're wrapping up. We're wrapping up all the reads. Big Cleo, you're actually next. All right, we got the double Big Cleo shot tonight. Big Cleo, or ask me to be his girlfriend in the future. And do they have romantic feelings for me? Well, let's find out. I think the second question needs to come first. Pie Lover, thank you for your just cause. I appreciate you. All right. Now, does R have romantic feelings for me? I'm Big Cleo, I'm reading it out of order. You know what I mean? I'm reading it out of order, but that is it. All right. Do they have romantic feelings for me right now? Five of Cups, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups. They're iffy about it. Some days yes, some days no. This is not a consistent person. We've seen this in the past. We have seen this in the past with this particular individual. A little bit of an inconsistency. Nine of Cups, I'm really into you. I have a lot of interest in you. I want to know what's going on. Where are the puppies? They're relaxing in the other room. They're relaxing in front of the fireplace. That's not on. Nine of Cups, I'm into you. But not like too much into you. I'm inconsistent, right? Some days they're kind of like, Big Cleo's pretty cool. And some days they're like, I like somebody else. I'm interested in this other person. I think M has that thing where they're just inconsistent with the feelings, with the focus, with kind of you in general. There's no like strong, big connection feelings, but this is where it goes sometimes. Anyway, the Ace of Wands, I think they're going to contact you pretty soon about something. I think there's a contact. I think there's a connection that's going to happen soon. Anyway, Big Cleo. Now, will R ask me to be his girlfriend in the future? See if we have any future with this. They're inconsistent about the emotions. Some days they're on, some days they're off. They need to contact you about something. Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. I do think there is hope in the future. We can do a thumbs up. I kind of like it. The Seven of Pentacles, it does say that we are looking at something that takes a little bit longer than expected. not something that gets resolved overnight. Six of Pentacles says they do make the offer to be the boyfriend-girlfriend connection. You know what I mean? But the Page of Pentacles is one of those where we got to start slow. We got to start at the ground floor to make a connection. And making this connection is going to be, something that starts off at the ground floor. Take a little more time than usual, but, that is all these. That is all of these. But, there we go. All right. HK, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's see. We got that. Big Clay, we got that. Will Jonathan contact me soon? Vanessa wants to know. If so, what should I expect from Jonathan? We're going to go with the last and final Amy deck of the night. It's the way it goes, Andrew, happy birthday indeed. Andrew, we sent you a present. I sent you a present. I signed it. Christina signed it, and my cat signed it. My cat signed it on the outside. So when you see the packaging, you'll understand. And Christina was like, don't send him that. And I was like, this is hilarious. This is something that Andrew would love. Andrew would love my sense of humor with this particular packaging. So you'll like it. Anyway, all right. Will Jonathan contact me soon? So what will I expect? The Three of Cups. I think so. What should you expect? The same thing Jonathan always gives out. This is one of those. The same thing that Jonathan... Well, don't spoil it, Christina. Jesus. You're going to get the same thing Jonathan always spits out when you get a contact. Will they contact you? Three of Cups says yes. This is something where they do want to contact you. They do want to contact you indeed. They want to contact you to get things back to normal. You know what I mean? To get things back to normal. Things have been a bit abnormal, to say the least. Things have not been exactly on par, on schedule. You're going to have to sort of deal with some of that. And Jonathan's going to bring that with him. Well, there is that. But they will contact you soon, indeed. The Devil says that their first connection is not necessarily what they wanted to be or what they wanted to say or what they wanted to be with you, right? It's almost like the first connection is a falsehood or something that they just wanted open contact with you. But yeah, so what they say, don't latch on to that because you're going in a different direction. Trust me. Going in a different direction. I'm just saying, because you're going to be like, wait a minute. And the reality is don't, kind of ignore that piece. Carolina has a go. Will a cousin ever come back to me? Will the cousin ever return? We are looking for a Seven of Swords, my friends. A Seven of Swords. We're looking for a rebirth reincarnation with card 20. We're looking for a lot of stuff right here to get this yes or no question hammered out. And see if Cuz is going to come back. I would say a Six of Cups would be pretty solid. Six of Cups would be pretty solid. Oh, there's a reason they're gone. I see that. There's a reason that they're gone. But you do have a Two of Cups. So, yeah, they will come back. They will come back. We'll do a thumbs up for this, and we'll sort of dive in a little bit deeper here. All right. The Four of Cups. Carolina, there's a good reason they're gone. There's a reason they're gone. And it is something that needs to be resolved, needs to be fixed, needs to be band-aided at a minimum, okay? Four of Cups, they're fed up with it. They are fed up at some point. But they're willing to take the high road. They're willing to take the high road. They're willing to move past. They're willing to get the contact in and get the connection made because the Two of Cups says so. The connection will be made. Now, the Nine of Pentacles, they feel like a lot of things have been wasted because of this disconnect. A lot of things have been wasted. A lot of things have been missed. A lot of good things just aren't available to either one of us, right? Power of the P, thank you for your other donation. By the way, Power of the P is the last donation of the night. Last donation of the night. Anybody else is going to have to be moved back. But yeah, a lot of time has been wasted. A lot of things have not been shared, and they will come back to you. The Two of Cups is so powerful. The Two of Cups is such... The Two of Cups is such a powerful card. It's almost like they're emerging from a long, long wait. And they're making a comeback. So yeah, they'll come back. They'll come back. Not going to be a problem at all. Star bright, star light, love forecast tonight for the next month. Hopefully you get some good loving in the next month if you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying. All right, let's find out if we can get a starlight, star bright tonight. Love forecast for the next month. You know. The X, I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. The X is not going to be a good choice. Star bright. The X is not going to be a good choice. Let me give you this advice now, okay? Don't do it. The X is not a good choice. New love, if you're willing to wait 3 months, sure, why not? You want the love in the next month? The love in the next month is going to be a little bit of a grind. It's going to be a little bit more of the same. You do have sort of a place where you're stuck. You're not making a lot of movement, a little bit of a quicksand around you, but that's the way it goes. Overall, you can make it work if you need to. The big thing is going to happen in 3 months. I would say 3 months in like 4 days, 3 months, 4 days, 5 days. 3 months is going to be the big activity. But for now, it's like moving around in quicksand. You're just not able to get a lot of stuff done, not able to get a lot of the things where you need it to be. But, that is the way it goes. That is the way it goes sometimes. Studio star bright, star light, star tarot tonight. The current job or the new offer, which one should I stay with? Which one should I choose? What should I pick? There's so many good things. That's a throwdown, my friends.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
That is a throwdown. We need a tarot. In case you're new to the channel, welcome. BMF, welcome. Yeah, I'm just saying, some of y'all are new. Welcome. Cindy's probably not still around. Cindy got bored a year ago. Cindy is like, that man talks really loud. And he's way too excited. And he mentioned calming tea. I think he needs to just chug as much of that as possible. Okay? Cindy's like, I've had enough of this place. All right. We're going with the current job here and the new offer over here. So current job was the first choice, and the new offer is going to be the second choice. The new looks difficult. It looks difficult indeed. The new doesn't look clean. In fact, I'm going to reverse these. I think the tarot has reversed these. That's what I'm saying. I think the current job is here and the new one is over here, right? Which one is best? The current job has a lot of hidden things, a lot of things being stacked upon us, being laid out amongst us. It feels like we're constantly just drowning in the weeds. We can't really see the final goal. We can't see the deadline. We can't see the goal line because of the weeds. It's just not there. The devil is holding us back indeed. We have the devil causing conflict. We have the devil making conflict where conflict it should not be. We have the devil revealing things about themselves a little bit at a time, and it's just not something that they're very, that anybody is very excited about indeed. In fact, a lot of people dodge the devil like the plague. It's the way it goes. New job. Good connections with the new job. Good emotional connections with the sounds and the beauty of the Ace of Cups. A lot of good professional connections at the new job that you are going to enjoy. Now, being part of a team is a double-edged sword, as you can see. Being part of a team has some disadvantages. One is you can't make the miracles happen that you could before. You just can't do it. You don't have as much power. You get overridden sometimes with some great ideas or some incentives, some things that you do. Overall strength says having patience is more of a virtue in the new job than the old job. Having patience is more of a virtue of the new job because you're limited, because you can't get a lot of things done, because you're on the hook for things that other people are doing sometimes, because the teamwork thing sounds great, but in reality, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough indeed, but the emotional connections, the professional connections sort of override all of that. The old job is looking really challenging. It is looking really challenging. I mean, it feels like that we're coming back from the old job being tired and exhausted all the time. It feels like the old job is draining our energy. Where we don't need the calming tea, we need some action tea at that point. It feels like that, at some point, there's a breaking point to all of that. YouTube user, I see ya. You're in the mix. YouTube user. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Is there another move coming? And if there is, where the hell am I going? Because I'm Dr. Mystical. We're going to use the deck that everybody loves, the Gregory Scott, right? The Gregory Scott. You love the thought. You're really enjoying the energy of the deck. You know, Effie, you talked me into it. I'm going to use a different deck for Dr. Mystical. We're going to use one of his new favorite decks. You know what I mean? The Mystical Medleys. Because that is. Or maybe a vape. You know, vape. A little Delta 8 never hurt. Well, no. Entertainment purposes only. Anyway, making another move or no. Let's find out what we can do with moving and what we can do, how we can deal with it, what we can have done. Page of Cups, Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Happy Squirrel. Yeah, I think you're moving again. I do. The Six of Swords is a movement card. It's going to be a while. This is not going to be something next week, next month, right? Six of Swords says, hey, we're moving. Page of Cups, you're not happy where you're at. You're not content where you are at. There are some things that you're looking at that just like, that's a pain in my butt. It is just a pain in my butt sometimes. Page of Cups, I'm not fully on board with everything that's happening where I'm at. Six of Swords, you are going to move. It's going to be a while. That's fine. Six of Pentacles, it feels like that you do need to figure out where you're going to go, right? Where, I think you're going east, quite frankly. I think you're going east. Because it's interesting. You get the donations over on the west, but the east is waiting. The east is where you are. And you have the movement going east as well. Happy Squirrel, you're going to be better off where your new destination is. So yeah, I think so. You're going to be better off in this new destination. This is something you got to go it alone. There's a lot of disadvantages to this move. It's not a clean, simple move, but you are going to have to go it feels like alone a lot of times, right? You're not going to have a lot of help. You're not going to have a lot of support with the move. It feels like there are some things working against you during the move as well. So that is it. And how it goes. Anyway, we got Jasmine. Future between my neighbor and me. Ooh, let's get a little bit of love tarot for that. A little neighbor action. You know what I mean? Neighbors pretty damn convenient for loving. Yep. I'm just saying. Neighbors convenient for the lovins. Okay, because you don't have to walk very far. Sometimes it's cold outside. All right, future between my neighbor and I. There's a future there. I don't think you're going to like it, but there's a future there. That is. Page of Pentacles. Sure, I got a future. I can make the connection. I can make everything happen. I think the neighbor is not your ideal situation. It really isn't. I think if you pursue it, you can get it. If you throw it down, you can get it. That's going to be okay. But I wouldn't. You know, Jasmine, I'm just saying, I wouldn't pursue this. I would skip out on it. I would skip out on this particular thing. It seems like either a hot mess or it looks challenged. Well, I hear from Alyssa in the next 30 days. Let's find out what's going on with Alyssa. And if we're going to hear from her, we can do... this might hurt, Tara, because this might hurt indeed with Alyssa. You never know what Alyssa's doing. You don't know what Alyssa's doing, what Alyssa is up to sometimes. Six of Swords seems to be in every reading. Okay. Six of Pentacles seems to be every reading. Strength in every reading. I can do it. That's fine. 47 days. Samantha, 47 days. 47 days. There you go. That's very specific. So that's a no. Six of Pentacles, you are going to hear from her. You're going to get a connection. It's taking longer than usual. Strength, you are going to get that connection 47 days. That's very specific. All right. You got to be, when you come to this channel, you got to be ready for specificity. Will I see James this weekend? We'll stick with This Might Hurt Tarot and find out. We'll see James. What the hell's going on? I need to put those in the bottom. Oh, it's like a magic trick. Did you see this magic trick? That was amazing. Anyway, we're ending after that. We got Power of the P. We got YouTube user after this. All right. We'll see James this weekend. Sure, why not? Three of Pentacles, we're getting together. We're making the connection. Three of Wands. Don't wait up. Don't wait up. Yeah, you will. Just don't wait up. They're gonna drag it out, HK. They're gonna drag it out. They're gonna make you wait. They're gonna make you wait. They're gonna drag it out as much as they can. Something's going on over there. They're not too excited. Something's going on over there that's not exactly legit. They're gonna drag it out, but you can see them this weekend. Absolutely. Is he currently being faithful? The coldness. Oh my. Power of the P. Are they being faithful? Because ain't nobody got time for a cheater.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
That's what I'm saying. We can use a Thoth derivative. We have so much Thoth in this stream, and that's what we need in life. That's what we need is more Thoth, like more cowbell, but more Thoth. And YouTube user is after this, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? Is he currently being faithful? And if so, am I overthinking this? 9 of discs, 9 of wands, 4 of swords, 6 of swords, a lot of 9s. 9 of wands, 9 of discs. What you're picking up on is a level of discontent with everything. They're discontent with everything. But the important part is it's not you. I think they're just discontent with a lot of things. 9 of wands, strength, but also the wounded warrior. This is somebody that's putting up with things rather than enjoying things. Does it make sense? 4 of swords, truce. Gain science. Truce is important because they're able to deal with it at a certain point. So give them some time. They are able to deal with it. And you are overthinking it. The 6 of swords, science. I'm putting too much effort into it. I'm putting too much thought, putting too much dedication into this. You are overthinking it because the 9 of discs, gain, is about having everything available to us, having all of the good stuff, and having a stable environment, especially in the home front or what have you, right? In relationships, in connections. So yes, you're overthinking it. Yes, they're being faithful. All right. We're going to use this for YouTube users reading, which is the last reading, by the way, and then we're out of here. Thank you all for so many donations, so much donation. Yes. All right, second Chief Chat was missed. Will it be moved over to Manager A, Team Tune for my current manager? In other words, will it be transferred, moved, migrated? Let's find out. If we're going to move, migrate, adjustment, and the tower. Yes, I think you will be. I think you will be moved. The tower says things crumble, things collapse where we're currently at. And adjustment says we need to balance it out. We need to make another adjustment. We need to be somewhere else, and I think you do get moved indeed. That is a thumbs up for the moved. For the moved indeed. And we are down and we are out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everybody's very generous donations tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels